All right. Let's get into it. Let me refresh. Let's see here. Boom, we got action. Let's go. All right, cool. Let me see who all I got in the building today. Let's go. And let's see here. What's going on, Danny? What's going on, FTMD? Every time I start a session, somebody call me on my cell phone. Every time. It never fails. We got Natasha in the building. What's going on, Pete? We got Abel in the building. We got Mandel in the building. What's up, RT? We got Albert in the house. What's up, E-Money? I see you. Let's go. All right, let me go ahead and get me in here. And we should be all good. All right. And boom. We got action. What's good, fam? Hopefully you guys are having an awesome evening. Let's get into the sauce. Let me go ahead and shrink my big mug down. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Boom. I don't even know why that even allows me to move that. Let me lock that in. All right. And there it is there. All right, sweet. Actually, let me switch borders. And boom. And I need to fix that. I don't even know why that's out of whack like that. Let me see some. Border. Okay. Can I move that one? Oh no, I'll move this one. There we go. And that one there needs to be moved. There we go. Boom. And lock it. My bad, y'all. Technical difficulties. Gotta fix stuff. All right, cool. We should be all good. How are you guys doing this evening? What's good, cousin? All right. We got Albert in the building. What's going on, Crypto OG? What's going on, Doing It Right? I like that name. We got Grace in the building. What's up, what's going on, Lynette? Hey. There we go. All right, unleash the squirrel. At this point, right? That's how most of the classes go. But no, I'm gonna stay on track today. All right, so y'all be having me squirreling off all the time, man. In chat, it's like I feel like y'all be like plotting on me before class start. You be like, squirrel, like we got him, y'all. It's the whole thing. Y'all be messing with me all the time. But no, quick refresh to CoinGecko.com. We got Bitcoin hanging out at 27,000. We got Ethereum at around 15. We got Tether at 99. BNB at 204. We got XRP a little lower at 49 cents right now. Look at some of the top performers for the last 24 hours. You see for yourself, it's not a whole lot going on right now. So it's pretty much one of those like flat weekends. Nothing too crazy took place. Just kind of traveling along the sides here. Let me go ahead and get us right up to BTC so you can see for yourself, right? Nothing too magical took place. Kind of just, like I said, meandering along here. Nothing too wild going on. But I will say this. I want to give you guys some insight on some of the things I've been looking at this weekend. Yes, I was researching on my birthday. Don't judge me. I love what I do. So I want to give you guys some of the stuff I was looking at coming up this weekend. So yes, it's happy Thanksgiving to my Canadian friends. Y'all got Thanksgiving up there? I didn't know that. I thought that was like an American thing. Okay, all right. Let me see here. What's going on, Sunshine? Got our first red candle on the DXY. I know, right? For the weekly, let me go ahead and check it out. I was getting to it, but yeah, let's go to the weekly. Yeah, we're in there so far. So boom. Everything on the weekly has aligned. We got our first red. And how convenient. It landed exactly. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. It hit the zone perfectly. Now, I still think we may see a little bit more of a growth to this, a little bit more movement to the upside. But I am keeping an eye out on it, so I want to see how this behaves moving forward. But for the most part, yes, we have gotten our red candle exactly where we expected to see a little bit of a slowdown happening. As you can even look over here, we had that first drop, base, drop, and price is kind of dealing with that area right now. So We'll see how it moves moving forward. But I want to give you guys some insights on a couple of things. Is it okay if I give you guys a little bit of like cheat code today? You know, like y'all know I haven't done like cheat code stuff with y'all in a while. It's about to be a lot more frequent though. I'm gonna say that because yeah, I got some sauce I've been holding on to, and I've been trying to wait it out. You know, I was waiting to get the heads up back so I can do certain things, but now I'm just gonna drop some stuff for y'all, and y'all gonna have to just deal with me, and I'll just ask for forgiveness at the end of it all. All right, so let's go, sauce time. I got my beer bowl. And the sad thing is, I believe it too. I really feel like he was like, oh, sauce. You got a knife and fork, and you ready? All right. All right. See you on twice. says you twice my arm. I don't know, but I'm gonna say okay. All right. I don't know what's going on, OG. All right, so go ahead, fam. Appreciate you. Okay, so you guys remember the list that I dropped for you guys, right? And some of the projects I was talking about on certain portfolio lists. I'm not gonna get super deep into it, but y'all got the list, correct? Y'all know where to go get it at. It's in the Pip Talk, right? Okay. Since you twist my arm, right? All right, Kirk, you can give us the sauce. All right, so I want to talk about one of the projects on the list, okay? And I'm gonna do this a lot more frequently in our classes because it gives me time to kind of like focus in on certain ones, so you guys have better understandings of why I released certain projects the way I did. Now, does anybody here know who Arthur Hayes is? All right, let me know in the chat if you guys know who that guy is. All right. All right. Yes, you guys know. All right, who is Arthur Hayes? Let me know in the chat if y'all know who it is. Don't get to Googling either. I want to know. Says no idea. Some Yankee. Yup. Bing. Nailed it, Pete. Some Yankee. Oh, that's funny. Says me just finished listening. Says nope, don't know. Okay. Well, some of y'all Googling it now so y'all can put it in the chat. Arthur Hayes was the owner of BitMEX. All right. And BitMEX was kind of like how you see all these new trading platforms popping up where you can trade on Bybit and all that other crazy mess. Arthur Hayes was one of the first people, I'll pull it up for you guys, one of the first people to create a crypto trading platform, right? All right. Let's see here. Yep, he's a Yankee. All righty. Boom. This guy right here. Okay. Arthur Hayes is he's very incredibly intelligent, right? Very, very smart guy. He actually got called into court and all this other stuff for BitMEX because he's supposed to pay a bunch of fees and fines. He went to jail, got out of jail, all of that stuff. He didn't do anything nefarious, just, you know, America, how they feel about people that make money and don't pay their fees. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. But he was co-founder of BitMEX and very, very smart guy, way ahead of his time. He's 38 years old, incredibly intelligent, right? And usually he's ahead of the curve when it comes to trends and things like that are on the way. So I keep an eye out for Arthur Hayes when he drops certain content or, you know, speaks about things. And the funny thing is, if you look where he was born, where was Arthur Hayes born? I'm just saying. All right, I can't make this stuff up. Arthur Hayes was born in you know where, okay? I'm going to meet him someday. I don't know, right? He'll just come home and I'll be like, what up, bro? All right? So, incredibly smart guy. I'm telling you, come to Detroit, it's a different type of vibe, man. It's a different type of energy. It's something in the water, all right? So, when, it says Cobain, neighbor. Just guess you happy about that game. I'm extremely happy about that game. Natasha, I was overjoyed. I'm also happy that my 49ers won too, man. It was a whole vibe. All right, so now the thing is, Arthur Hayes talks about a lot of things, but one of the things that he brought up a while back was one of the major projects that he was looking into a while back was GMX. All right, now I put GMX on our portfolio watch list, right? Because I want you guys to stay really, really, you know, attentive to certain projects, okay? And I feel like with everything that's happening right now in the Web3 space, everything that's going on right now inside the derivative space, everything that's going on, you know, when it comes to finance, It's a lot. It's a lot. Like I want to get into a lot of it, but I want to package it up a lot better because I was like my weekend was jumbled. I was doing a little bit of work, a little bit of hanging out, then my son's birthday stuff, and all of that kind of stuff was going on. So I didn't get a chance to really package it up like I wanted to. So it's like that's one of the reasons why I love doing these Monday classes because like the weekend gives me time to just package up all the sauce, and then Monday, rapid fire. But I didn't get a chance to do it like I wanted to because obviously birthday and my birthday, my son's birthday overlapping. It was just a whole vibe. But I want to get deeper into it, so I'm probably gonna spend the rest of this week like getting everything like packaged up the way I want it to, and like next Monday or even more like Wednesday with me and Mike, I'll drop some heat with you guys, and then I'll save some for next Monday because yeah, it's a thing. Because I know Thursday we're probably gonna have another guest on. I don't want to like overlap what they got going on. Hold on one second, Shaw, because let me see something. What's going on, bro?
Yo, how was birthday?
It was amazing. I'm on Go Live right now. Say hi to everybody.
Oh, tell everybody I said what's good.
They can hear you on the mic.
Hey, everybody. Hopefully my microphone works today.
Hopefully.
Maybe you can help me out, bro, before my session.
Oh yeah, I got you. As soon as I wrap up at 2, I got you.
Have a good session. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. And I didn't get to help Mike with his stuff either. So there you go. All right. It's the whole thing, man. My job's never done. I forgot I need to help him set all this stuff up for OBS. Duh. So we had the issue last week. All right. So whole thing. But GMX has been on his radar for a while. Okay. Now GMX is cool, but I want to explain to you guys why I really like GMX. Okay. It's not one of the reasons why you guys think it is. Okay. GMX can actually tell you when we're about to have a big move. It's a whole cheat code. And I don't want to share it with y'all. Because y'all going to be like, Kurt, I could just keep an eye on this and it's going to tell me when something big's potentially on the way. Yup. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, dude. And most people aren't paying attention to it. Okay, so let me do this. I'll set the tone. So let's go to categories. We're on CoinGecko right now. Let's go to categories, right? So we go to cryptocurrencies categories. Let's go down to DeFi. All right. We passed DeFi. Make sure I ain't passed DeFi. Okay, boom. We got decentralized finance. All right, boom. Now, we get how, Chainlink, Ether, DAI, right? All these big projects here. And we got GMX here as well. Now, GMX is a decentralized, like I said, derivatives platform where it allows you to come in and trade like how we do with futures and all that other kind of stuff like that, right? And there's a ton of volume on it, right? Actually, let me pull this up too as well. Let me see if I can get this for you guys. And let's pull up this one. All right. Let's do DeFi Llama. All right. And let's see. I want to see if I can find the right one because there was one that was moving. Let's see. We got category. No. I'll bring this over for you guys so you can see what I'm looking for right now. All right. So yeah, up here, you got yields, you got NFTs, you got unlocks, you got borrow aggregators, you got CX, right? CX transparency, CEX transparency. We got bridges, liquidations, volumes, right? All that good stuff, right? And let's see here. I wanted to go to DEXs. All right. Let's see. This CEX is like, centralized exchanges, right? And they're trying to get the transparency so you can see the inflows and outflows and all that good jazz. But we want to see DEXs for the most part. But this is just a traditional site here with the regular stuff we see. So GMX here, right? We see around 449 million. Let's see here. Fees for 24 hours, revenue for 24 hours. All right. So this total value locked. All right, you can see here 4 billion. Uniswap is always just blowing the doors off everybody. All right. We look at DEXs, even better. All right. Let me see. Actually, let's go back. Let me go back. What did it have? this one under for GMX. So you have it on derivatives. All right, boom. Let's go to derivatives. There we go. So you can see when it comes to derivatives, right? TVL rankings, just there you go, right? It's the number one, right? Over DYDX, over all these other ones. Like it's pretty much the one everybody's aiming at right now. Total value locked right now is that, right? Let's go back over here. Let me see here. Let me go back to categories and let's pull up the derivatives because I know pretty much they're going to have like the synthetics and all that other stuff like that, right? And yeah, synthetics, DYDX, and GMX, right? So we understand that GMX is one of the top ones, right? Synthetics is great, DYDX is great, but when it comes to like really getting into the sauce right now, like I like the fact that GMX does really big numbers, right? I'm going to pull this up for you guys. I want you to be able to kind of see what I'm seeing right now. So here's the cheat code, all right? Let's see what y'all talking about. It says Yoshi, oh, y'all saying hi to each other. Okay, cool. So over here, we're going to go to the platform, right? GMX.io. All right, we're going to go to the app. All right, we're not going to sign in anything. We're just going to go to the app real quick. Now, when you go to the app, you can go to dashboard. When you go to dashboard, right up here at the top, I want you guys to keep an eye out for something. You can write this down, all right? Because this is cheat code. This is for you guys that don't know this. Right down here where it says overview, and we got all these different statistics and stuff, where it says open interest, it has to be over 100 million, okay? That's rule number one. Write this down. I'm giving it to y'all one time. All right, it has to be over 100 million, okay? When we see it over 100 million, that's the catalyst that we're looking for, all right? That's one. Number two, when you see long and short positions, you'll see here we got around 88 million of this 100, right? 88 million is currently in what? Buys or sales? Let me know in the chat. All right, 88 or 87 million is currently in what? Buys or sales? All right. Boom. Currently in buys, right? Longs. There you go. So we know long means buy. We got 30 million in sales. Okay? This is the part where I have to be very clear. Who do you guys think trades on this platform? Do we have the institutional players trading here or the retail players trading here? Okay? See here, retail, very good. Very good. What is that? Chronic, very good. I like how you spelled that. All right. So retail, right? Now T United, some institutional players may be dabbling, but we're not going to get the vast majority, right? This is mainly people that like, you know, me, you, right? We're just moving through, making our trades and keeping it pushing type of stuff, right? Institutional players typically like to go to where they can get, you know, a lot of deals when they enter and exit the market because they have such big positions, okay? So mainly their main customer base is going to be retail traders, regular people making accounts, right? So knowing that, when we know what retail is doing, typically the institutional players like to trap retail traders. So the beautiful thing about crypto is that we have transparency. So we can see how much money is currently on the exchange and how much of it is currently in buys and how much of it is currently in sales. And this gives us a good idea of what to look out for. When we see around 85% of this open interest leaning into a certain category, whether it be longs or shorts, right now longs, you want to do, guess what? Just put in the chat, what do you think you should do when you see around 85% getting involved, right? Going in longs. Let's say 85% of the open interest is in longs. What should you be doing? Let's see. We got some saying long, some saying short, some saying opposite, some saying buys. All right. Who has more money? Because I want to walk us all through. I want us all to be on the same page. Who has more money, institutional or retail? Okay. There we go. So now we're cooking with grease. Institutional has more money. So if institutional has more money, they have more sway in how they can move the market, and they can move quicker than retail as well. If we see that a ton of retail traders are all leaning into buys, the institutions can do what? Enforce a lot of people to get trapped. They can push the market down and get everybody caught in a buy. And now that becomes a short squeeze or a long or a short or a long squeeze, right? So a short where longs and shorts get squoze, right? So now we start seeing a situation where institutional players keep an eye on stuff like this, and when it gets too far gone, around 85% is leaning heavy into longs or shorts based off the open interest that we have, and it has to be over 100 million. It can't be like 85 mil or 70 mil. It's got to be over 100 million. I've noticed this with this website. It gives you this information, and it allows you to come in and say, I wonder what's going to happen next. If I see the market leaning too heavy into long positions, typically it forces a short sale. Okay? They're trapping a bunch of retail traders to get all that money out of their hands and into their hands, right? Every buyer needs a seller. Every seller needs a... Yeah. I'm showing you how to be much more strategic and then tactical. This is bigger than just a couple of pips or a couple Satoshi. Okay? When we can come in here and utilize these tools to our benefit, now we cooking. I told y'all there was going to be some sauce today. I hope this hidden for somebody. All right? So the catalysts are, we need to see at least 100 million in open interest. And we need to see at least 85% leaning over into one area. Now, we start getting into like the 90%. Yeah, something big on the way. Be ready for that opportunity. And the thing is, our job is to take that information and start looking for opportunities to potentially take it the other way on our trades. Right? Is it clicking? This is how banks make money. And the thing is, the banks are going to bring all their bad habits over here. And we like to call it bad habits. But it's just that up and down wave. That up and down wave in the market. Right? Retail tries to set up a move. Institutions come in and squash it. Retail tries to chase institutions. It's too late. Institutions are already out. Market goes flat. Cycles. Over and over and over and over and over. That's how this stuff lines up. So when we start seeing these things get into a position, we have to be mindful and know what to go look at and what to take advantage of. This is the beauty of crypto. This is the beauty of having that transparent market. So right now, yeah, we got over 100. Right now, we're around like 83 or 80. We're 88, but between like 87 and 88 for the long positions, right? 30,000. So we're not fully into like that, 80% territory right now. We would need to see a lot more of these shorts lean into longs. So it's not so much a consolidation, but it is a scenario where they can be taken advantage of shortly if we see a huge sway in buys. They're going to trap a lot of people on the wrong side of a buy and then push it lower. Right now, we still see dollar strengthening. Right now in crypto, we see the market holding at levels. Now let's do this. Let's go down to a lower time frame. Okay? And let's just mark it up together. All right? We got our highest point here. All right, boom, down to our lowest point here. Boom, so we got high point to low point. Price is pulling up to areas where we might see selling pressure. Where's the first place we can look for sell pressure? 50%, 618. Prices come up, tested the level. We may see price run even further and come up here and test. Let's go even lower. Let's go to 30 minute now. Let's really get up in here. Okay, so now, what am I seeing here? From all of these signs, right? Low point, high point, low point, high point. All of this price action, right? Right in front of me. All right. On the lower time frame, I want to keep it relevant. So I'm going to go trend line. All right. Where's our lowest point? Right there. Boom. Price is respecting, moving higher, coming back. We may test this level and bounce higher. And then when we bounce higher, that may be the last sign we need to push down. Now, right now, I'm not seeing anything with, we had a low here, a little bit of a low here. This made a lower low. So, boom, boom, boom. Let me see here. I could do this for you guys on a lower time frame. Now, remember, lower the time frame, weaker the structure, right? Look what I just did. High point, lower high, lower low. This told me here, pay attention. Yeah, consolidated. Yeah, broke up. Yeah, went back down. Pay attention here. Price broke back above, held for a moment. What is it doing right now? Respecting that same trend line. Respecting that same trend line that it was once stuck below. Broken above, it's trying to stay above. Now, even though we're at some levels, I'm going to draw another fib for you. Low point to this high point here. And look what we got. Potential buy opportunities. Notice how price is respecting every single level I've shown y'all. Is this making sense for y'all? Is it lining up? So we may have an opportunity where price may fill these buy orders here, make another move back up, and now I can take my information and I can redraw all of this again. My high point, well, price kind of consolidated, went to this high point here, and then broke back down. Even if I kept this, right? Let's just hypothetically use it. Boom. To this potentially low point here. Let's say if I saw price come up here and test this level for another opportunity to sell, I'm keeping an eye out for this level. I'm keeping an eye out for this level up here. All right, these are the things I'm watching right now that are going to allow me to potentially catch a ton of people on the wrong side, thinking this thing's going to just break out and run to the upside, and I can catch a ton of people on the wrong side and potentially watch Bitcoin break down, drop even lower, and now we come back down into the 27s, right, 26s, all over again, because there's not an infinite amount of buy orders here. As you can see, we've worn this area out, tested it, closed below, broke above, closed below, broke above, tried to stay above, tested above, closed below again. Now we're spending time down here again. If we drug across this level and made one more push up, I don't think we're going to see another huge run because there's not an infinite amount of buy orders here. So there'll be a shallow high, meaning a lower high, maybe testing these levels, maybe wicking off of this level, and we start to see another fall to the downside. So for me, any push back up here makes sense because if I take a sell from here or here, my stop loss still goes in the middle of this zone. Is that clicking for you guys? Is it resonating a little bit? Anybody? Let me see here. Let me see. It says yes, yes, yes. All right, boom. So now you see how I can take a chart, see exactly where price is, go over here, see what's happening on this side, and now I can take full advantage of people getting stuck in the market, not knowing that, yeah, we haven't gotten the regulation, we haven't gotten the ETF, we haven't gotten rate cuts, so I don't expect to see assets like Bitcoin break out and run to the upside overnight, but I do expect to see a bunch of back and forth and consolidating, and then boom, big breakdowns again, and a lot of folks getting trapped. Right now, they have an abundance of money. All it needs to be is around 100 million. And I've seen it get to like right around 105 and drop. Right around 108 and drop. We're almost at 120. So this is a really good amount for them to just snatch up and just boom. Big move down to the downside again. This isn't just like the end all be all. It just gives you a good barometer of what most DEXs and in derivatives platforms are looking like right now. All right. So, oh yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Let me see here. We good? We good? All right, Swizz, make sure y'all can still keep up with me. All right, bet. So, make sure that's cool on you guys. And yeah, now the thing is, Arthur Hayes has gotten into this platform, right? He's already been buying up coins. He's got like somewhere around like $500,000 worth of this project. Not $500,000. He has 500,000 GMX tokens. Okay, so he's been going crazy with this thing. He knows that this one has done a lot of the work. And like I said, with them working with Arbitrum and things like that, it just makes sense. So I like this platform a lot. When I did the research as well, Arthur, I know he's, mastermind his research as well. So we kind of see eye to eye on this one. And I do respect a lot of what Arthur does because he's very calculated in how he moves. Like he's not just doing things to do it. Like he does, make sense with a lot of his moves. Like one of the other projects he likes is LooksRare. And I think LooksRare is amazing as well. So does Mike. So we just think down the line, LooksRare will probably get more attention when it comes to NFTs because it just incentivizes people better on that platform. And I feel like right now NFTs have taken such a hit that when they do get legitimized again, because it's coming, I promise you that. When they get legitimized again, they'll be the bigger platform more than likely will be LooksRare, as opposed to like how OpenSea just was first and people gravitated towards it. Now with everything kind of coming down to more of a even playing field, it'll be a lot better for platforms that have more incentives for people to build and grow and launch on their networks, like LooksRare to take off immediately, as opposed to something like OpenSea being the home for people again, because I just don't see it making sense on OpenSea. It just doesn't make a lot of sense at all. All right. Says, what's the name of the website for the overview? Overview of what? You see here, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. Measure twice, cut once. There you go. There you go. All right. Another thing I want you guys to keep an eye on right now, certain products in the portfolio I got to remind you guys of. All right. Energy Web Token. Okay. It's quiet again. All right. It's quiet again. And this is the part where I have to remind y'all how powerful this project is. And let me just remind you guys a little bit, because I want to go back a little bit into my slides, and I really want to just express this to y'all for a second. Okay. Here we go. So I told you guys about NV Energy. Oh, let me get that out of there. There we go. I told you guys about NV Energy, right? NV Energy is a company in Nevada, right? Now, they're energy company in Nevada. Now, the company that owns NV Energy, right, is Berkshire Hathaway. Okay? How convenient, right? So, we know Warren Buffett is betting on solar, right? Now, this was right before COVID happened. This right around the time everybody was getting nervous and all that kind of stuff, right? Berkshire Hathaway subsidiary NV Energy, right? So we got that out the way. Has decided that NV Energy, the Energy Web Foundation, and Sparks Nevada-based blockchains on July 5th filed for an update of public utilities, right? So, right, PECs, right? So this is a whole thing. You don't know what PECs are. I'm going to look it up for you guys because I don't want you guys to think I'm making nothing up, because it's a whole thing. All right. Let's see here. And all right. Let's see. No. Let me see here. Let's see. Let me see. Because I'm going to get y'all together with the whole thing, because I got it all in my slides. So, there we go. So we got that. There you go. This one here is the breakdown of all the PECs. So it's like, I think it's like public. It's like it's a breakdown of the energy, the way they're going to be breaking down energy consumption, and it's going to be a way for you to actually like monetize your energy, right? So let's say you have solar panels on your home, right? When you have an abundance of solar energy, you're actually going to be able to sell those PECs, right, like public energy credits, to the network. And now through something like Energy Web Token, you will be able to monetize your solar panels, right, and get paid for it. And it's a whole thing. And Warren Buffett isn't directly buying them, but his subsidiary NV Energy is buying. You see what's happening in the background? They're not going to come out and tell you straight up, we believe in da-da-da-da-da-da. They're going to go behind the veil of LLCs and all this other stuff and corporations to get involved with these assets. Warren Buffett, the same person, said, I believe Bitcoin and crypto is rat poison squared. Okay? And his subsidiary is getting involved with crypto. All right? Like, I could type in Energy Web partnerships and it will blow your mind. Like, let's see. Let's just humor the idea, right? Let's just humor the idea, right? All right. All right. Energy Web Foundation. And let's go to their website real quick, and I'll just do that. All right. Because I think at the bottom they have. Let me see. Do they have partnerships here? Let me see. Because there's so many like companies right now that they're working with. There we go. Let's just play the game for a second. Shell, Energy Peace Partners, Filecoin. All right, EDF, Ella Group, Energy, Eon, Vodafone, Photon. All right, Rex Standard, Mercados Energies. Like, listen, California, ISO. Like, these guys are working with a ton of companies, and it's like you don't hear all the rah rah hype stuff, and these guys are just chilling. Same thing happened when I told you guys about what was going on with man, it slips my mind. I got so many coins on my head right now because I've been researching. The product that's working with Apple, right? Just helping them build out their stuff, right? So helping them build out their metaverse and everything like that. Render, there we go. So everybody was sleeping on Render, like, oh man, I don't know about Render. Kurt, I don't know about Render. Render has been booming, and nobody wants to give it its credit. Nobody wants to talk about it, right? All right, Render wasn't even in the top 100 when I told you guys about it, right? And then it just started to slowly climb up, went to $2, pulled back down to $1. We were talking about Render when it was at 40 cents, 30 cents, right? Ran up to a nice little $2, almost $3. All right, this ain't even a bull market yet. All right, took off like a rocket. I'm not going to talk about Rocket Pool, right? So it's certain projects that I've been screaming about. Hey, keep an eye on it. Hey, keep an eye on it. Hey, don't forget about it. And they're starting to move again. Now, Render at one point was almost $8, right? It was $8.78. Do you not think that Render is going to see those prices again? All right. This is the stuff. This is the stuff I need you guys to really understand right now. Yes, you see these prices now. These are not the forever prices. Now, I want to get back to the market because I want to share some with you. I see Bitcoin at a level right now where, yes, it may take off from these zones. We may see another jump to the upside. It is looking potentially fruitful, but I don't think it's going to be a long move to the upside. I think we're going to see a quick flash in a pot. Price may come up, test some levels again, and we may see another sell-off, and we may get another big drop-off again. From that drop-off, I believe that's going to ensue the next lower low, like the next major lower low, right? If we break back below this trend line, I think this would be the thing that starts to kind of get us a new trajectory lower. And then from that standpoint, guys, yeah, it'll pretty much be back to the, not to the drawing board, but back to the trade what you see, not what you feel. And all I've been telling you guys is stop thinking every one of your trades now are going to be long-term holds. Everything now needs to be get in, get out. Get in, get out. If you keep that mentality, you're going to love crypto. You're going to love it. It'll be one of the funnest things you trade ending out this year. It's going to be phenomenal. But I also don't want you guys to get too far away from this information over here. Okay? Because this is important, right? Let me shrink my big mug down a little bit more. This is important because all these dates are coming up, right? We got the end of October. They're going to deny it more than likely again for everybody. Like next week, this week, and next week, they're going to deny it again. More likely next week, right? They're going to deny it. And then we're going to see that third one starting off what? Beginning of next year. Now, we don't know. January of next year might be a fireworks show. It might absolutely go crazy. I'm not hoping on that, but it might. Because we're seeing all the things lining up for the government. They got to figure out what they're going to do with spending and the budget and all that kind of stuff and the debt ceiling. That's a whole can of worms. And then we got the last deadline, which is a few weeks right before the halving. All right. So there's a whole lot of dominoes all set up to fall potentially. But yeah, I think right now we're lining everything up for a potential next year play. All right. And I just want to be very careful about what we're looking at right now. That's why I keep telling you guys, just get in, get out, get in, get out. Once we see one of these pretty much launched, that's one of the dominoes. Right? The next one's going to be potential rate cuts. Now, here's the thing with the rate cut. I'm going to go over here to the dollar index. Let's see, is this the one? Yes. So let's go to the weekly again. Okay, so with the dollar index, what is my mindset leaning towards with the dollar index? The dollar index is going to give us a roadmap. Just how we sat here and created a roadmap with looking at these on GMX and taking advantage of the open interest and the long and shorts. We don't have as much of that man, you see what's happening right now, guys, right? You see what's happening? How everything's leaning more into long positions, even though I just showed you on BTC that we're at a position where we could see potential selling pressure lining up right now. right? Like, yeah, we got a little bit of potential buy right here, maybe, because we got that nice engulfing on the weekly, and we're testing this whole zone, right? But I still think this area down here may be in play at 26. We may see another major candle push down and get into these areas, and maybe 26 potentially, yeah, could be the next zone. We start really seeing another major correction. Maybe we get the bounce from there, pushing back up again, is what I'm believing. So I think the big imbalances are still down here in the 20s, in 25 and 26. And I think we got one more move down. All right, even looking left, right? Big imbalance to the upside. We come down, we stall out. Nice imbalance, test again, another imbalance. I think we might have a little bit more meat on the bone down here. Maybe it's on some wicks, 25-ish, right? But if we break it any lower, you guys can see the next big imbalance is literally from 22 all the way down to 19. All right, and I think that'll be it. I don't think we're going to go any lower than 19 if we see that. And even looking left, this is where I really, all of my eggs are pretty much right here in this basket, right up in there. That's what I'm seeing. That for me is checking off the big box. This big move down, big move up, quick retest and takeoff that gave us the whole relief rally after the breakout, one test, two tests, and we made higher. I think down here may be that last hurrah, anything at 20. I don't think we're going to spend a lot of time at 19. Just saying. All right, but if we do, hey, more real estate down here at around 17. But it's just level after level after level at this point. I don't think we're going to see anything lower than that, though, because it's just the demand is there, and they're going to start opening the floodgates really soon. Now, the reason why I'm talking about rate cuts with you guys, and I'm showing this chart, is simply because we're going to see some weirdness. Okay? Let's get over to the stock market. I'm showing you Bitcoin and how we're already at a level for potential selling pressure, and you're already seeing everybody going long, right? Like everybody's long, almost $90 million worth of longs. That's even closer. It increases the odds of a major sell-off from institutionals, right? Institutional players come in, pushes down, everybody gets caught on the wrong side, they get liquidated, those people get paid. Overnight, they get paid. All those are going to flip, push price even lower, they making money. Now, when I talk to you guys about interest rates and what's going on with the Fed and this dollar index right now, the big thing with the dollar index is it can absolutely push higher still, but the biggest issue is it's the housing market. We can dance around it. We can talk all day about whatever is keeping the dollar running. It's the housing market. I'm going to be 100 with you guys. Stocks are pulling back nicely. They're slowing down a little bit, right? When we looked at, let's go over here to my list. When we looked at the S&P, stocks had a nice pullback, right? That made everybody feel good about seeing stocks pull back a little bit. We see gold had a nice pullback, landed in an area, right? Like I said, these doubling down. Remember I told you guys, big move up, big move down. I just want to encase the engulfing candle to the left. What do we see? Price tested a level, broke above, retested off, big jump up. Something similar just happened here. I literally just walked you through the BTC chart of it happening right here. Same thing we just saw with gold can happen right here for Bitcoin. Same thing we just saw for gold, right? That XAU, look, breakout, retest, take off, price respected the same level. Big, right where the purple area was, right? I saw that engulfing, right? Big imbalance that was once for sellers, flips, becomes a big imbalance for buyers. Same thing. Go back to Bitcoin one more time so you can see it. Right? Once was an imbalance for sellers, flips, becomes an imbalance for buyers, price comes back. I can see a lot of buy orders waiting here at 21. Just saying. Hopefully that's clicking for you guys and it's making sense. See here, check out the 5-day. It's hitting the zone soon. Let me see. I'll go to the 4-day on mine. All right. See here on the DXY. Yeah, it's the same stuff. Yeah. 5-day on DXY is hitting the zone soon. Yeah, it's already hit the zone on this one. The other DXY isn't fully there yet, but this one's already there and pulling away from it. If we break deeper into that area and start having another run, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. Oh, check out the 5DXY. I think you said 5-day. Yeah. No, I mean, guys, like this is what I'm saying. So even if we see dollar strength continue to go, I don't think it's not going to be what I was expecting. I think they want to keep the party going for assets. And I think this is like way bigger than we think it is. It's way like they're strengthening the dollar for the fall off, if this makes sense. Like, I think this is just going to be another one of those. We come up, test the area a little bit, and then it's going to just, and stocks are going to go crazy again. Crypto is going to go crazy again. Real estate, they're waiting for it to drop. I don't think it's going to drop. I think real estate is going to run even hotter, which is going to make it completely just over exacerbated. Like a home that was once 200,000 is going to easily be 7. And it'll just be unrealistic for anybody to even purchase a house in certain neighborhoods. Like if you already are in real estate, yeah, you'll probably see crazy gains. Yeah, no, it'll be really over the top. And then when real estate finally does correct, the people that were in it aren't going to care because they're going to be sitting so pretty. It just, even for tax purposes, it'll just make sense for them. Like the sheer depreciation that they're going to get from a market crash alone would benefit them for decades. For decades. Like the stuff they're going to be able to pull off for decades. It'll be very unrealistic for people that like, and if you aren't in real estate, it'll just be super, super, super difficult. And that's one of the things I've noticed as well with the migrant influx we have right now. This is a scenario where like you're incentivized to have multi-unit stuff now. Like I'm telling you, man, like it's so blatant. I keep telling people like, if you're not looking into real estate, look into it now. Now is the time you really want to start maybe like doubling down on that. Like, and I'm all about all markets. I'm about, stocks. I'm about crypto. I'm about, real estate. I'm about, like even gold and precious metals and stuff like that. But I feel like right now, even like I'm looking at metals like uranium, right? Like plutonium, like stuff like that, like stuff that's just not valued. But I think like we're going to go nuclear soon. And a lot of countries are already doing it. And I think the demand for that stuff's going to just go crazy because it'll just be a much more sustainable energy source because technology now has had breakthroughs in nuclear, right? Like they like fusion technology, like nuclear fusion technology and fission, because fission and fusion are two different things, are advancing, and they're the cleanest way, and they're safer. They're finding ways to make small nuclear reactors that won't explode. They'll just burn out. And when they burn out, it's going to take thousands of years for a reactor to burn out. Like it's a whole thing right now. Like they're finding ways that you can like literally buy one and put it in your home, and it'll just run your home like free for thousands of years. Free. Like no, light bill, gas bill, none of that. You can literally run your home off of nuclear for thousands of years, and then they'll just bring another one and dispose of the old one another 1,000 years from now. Like that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing right now. And I'm like, dude, I'm seeing the trends change. I'm seeing the dollar change. I'm thinking right now we're headed towards that new paradigm. And real estate right now is pretty much the deciding factor with the Fed. They can't run it the way they want to run it. And I think that's one of the reasons why we keep seeing rate pauses, because the stock market is doing what they wanted to do, but real estate hasn't really budged on the fall yet. Like, and I think that's the biggest catalyst right now is the fact that real estate just is not budging. Like Airbnbs aren't falling apart yet. We aren't seeing a lot of these neighborhoods and people selling, and there's not a huge, demand for buyers right now. It's definitely a seller's market for sure, but they aren't coming down on prices. So what I'm noticing is everything's just lining up right now for if you have a real estate portfolio, if you have a crypto portfolio, if you have a stock portfolio, the stock and crypto portfolio might take a hit. Real estate right now seems to be the shining example of what everybody wants to be in. And then seeing all the migrants coming in from all over Mexico coming in, and they're getting bussed to cities like New York and Chicago and Denver and all these other areas. I think America's about to run a whole play where they're going to find a way to get cheap work from migrants, and they're going to give them housing vouchers. And if you have Section 8s or multi-units, you're going to make money hand over fist from Uncle Sam. And that dollar's going to be running so hot, you're going to be able to put it places and grow that wealth as well. And then afterward, when it's all said and done, and we see the huge, house of cards come falling in, if you weren't taking advantage during that time, it's going to be incredibly hard to live a normal life, or a comfortable life, should I say. Because the only thing that'll be around is just cheap labor. That'll be it. And if you don't have like subsidized housing or really cheap housing or tiny homes, you're not going to be able to survive. It'll be like there just won't be a middle class no more. Like, and then I don't know if you guys have seen the new tax code. It just released like a couple of days ago. Like the new tax codes right now are very different. It's like they're preparing for this new wave. And when I saw the tax code, it made me look at the chart different. So I gotta, I'm putting it all together because I'm like, there has to be an agenda attached to everything. It can't just be willy-nilly. Like, and the plan is being laid out in front of us if you're willing to just look. That's the scary part. Most people just aren't looking. They think this is just business as usual. I'm like, this is not business as usual. This is a whole new play being ran right now in America, and we're witnessing like a changing of the guard, if you will, of the old system and like this new system. And they're like overlapping things with it. And it's going to be, after it's overlapped, the next years moving forward will just be blatant. Hey, if you're not wealthy, you're going to feel it. That's what it looks like right now. That's what it looks like. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I want you guys to make it a point, make it an agenda on your to-do list to start really leaning into what you need to be doing to prepare yourself for the next 3 to 4 years. Because you got time. It's not like, oh, tomorrow's the last day. Like, it's none of that. It's not anything to scare anybody. It's to say, hey, take this stuff serious. Start living a certain way where you can move the way you want to move for the rest of your life, right? Because the thing is, everything you want, there's a sacrifice in the middle of that. Like, you're here, your goal is here, but there's a sacrifice in the middle of that. And some of y'all are going to have to give up on some habits like drinking and smoking and shopping and vacationing and all of that stuff, and get into the rooms that have the answers so you can start positioning yourself for the next stage of your life. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. Like, because this is the time. This is the time. It's a thing. It says, check out Vanilla Tea. I don't know what that is. I got to look. But I'm not trying to scare you guys. But if you are scared, that should put more urgency on stop playing around and get serious. There is no rescue team coming for us at all. And I say us because I'm in the same boat. Like, I want to make sure that I'm solidified in what I do for myself and my family. I want to make sure that I'm solidified in the community that I'm in, where I'm having certain conversations. We're not in here just keying and laughing along the way. We getting it done. There has to be a sense of urgency, family. Like, I know we all having fun on the sessions and we laugh and crack jokes, but when I see tax codes and I'm starting seeing big investors moving money around, and I'm seeing them trap people on the wrong side of movements in crypto now, and then I'm seeing the Fed pause in the middle of a potential recession, and I'm like, they're gonna cut rates in a minute because they can't keep raising interest rates infinitely. They're gonna cut rates. The moment they cut rates, you're gonna see a tsunami of money flow back into these markets, real estate included. Real estate included. Even though it's still over exacerbated now, it's gonna get potentially worse. And that's the scary part. That's the scariest part of all of it, is if you're looking to buy a home and you're waiting on it to come down to realistic prices, I don't think they want you to buy a home. I think they want you in these tiny homes. They want you in these subsidized houses. They want you on Section 8. And it's like, the game is keep you asking the government keep you on the government's lap. Always. Like, keep asking for help. Keep needing assistance. And I'm like, nah, man. Nope. Exactly. I'm straight. I'm good. I don't want it. I'm all right. I'm straight. I want to live on my terms. I don't want nobody telling me, oh, you make this much money, so we got to give you this much money for food. And now it gets that much tighter for you because you thought you was finna do so. Like, nah, man. Bite the bullet now while you have an opportunity to come in and take advantage of it. Oh, Section 8. So Section 8 is a thing they have in the United States where if you don't earn a certain amount of money, and you have a certain amount of dependents, like children and things like that, they actually like give you housing, like for almost like free. Like, you can live in a whole home and your rent is like $28 a month. Even your bills are like, $30 a month. Like, your light bill and gas bill and water bill are like, $20, $30, $15. Like, it's crazy. Like, they subsidize all your bills. Your rent is basically paid by the government. So, like, let's say if I owned a home and I had a tenant living in it and my home was Section 8, they would give me $27 for rent, and the government would give me the rest of like the $800 that they would need for rent. That's how it goes. Every month, the government's paying. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So in the United States, I don't know if they have that in other countries, but like, yeah. And the thing is, there is a ton of people on Section 8 that live in America. A ton. Like, it's not like, oh, it's only a couple. No. No, I know people right now that own like apartments, and they are making a killing on Section 8. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that. So like the government pays the rent for the tenant. So now you don't have to worry about the economy going up and down. You just have a home that's going to get money from Uncle Sam, the government, every month. You don't have to worry about, oh, this tenant didn't pay their rent. The government pays it. Over and over and over and over and over. Do you understand what that means? Like, most people don't like getting into real estate because they're scared people won't pay bills and pay their rent. If you have homes that are on Section 8, apartment buildings on Section 8, you just get guaranteed money as long as somebody's in there. It's wild. Yeah, Metro Housing. Yep. Yeah, see here, apartments, mobile home parks, or cash cow. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But these are strategies, and I'm telling you, man. Like, now is the time you want to start reinventing yourself. And I've been telling you guys this when I did the bear market blueprint with you guys. I said you want to start reinventing yourself now, and getting around people that have answers, and getting around the opportunities that are gonna benefit you. Now, for us, we got an unfair advantage because we trade, so we can look right at the charts. And we're going to be so far ahead of this stuff. Like, when by the time the rest of the world figures this stuff out, it'll be 2026. It'll be 2026 for the rest of the world. Like, this is why I'm telling you now. Like, I'm witnessing the trend now. And I'm like, so if you're not actively doing these things today and setting yourself, like, next year should be the year of execution. Like, don't try to be cute. Be executing. All right. Like, that's the whole thing. Don't come in next year trying to be cute and, ooh, look at me. I'm hanging out. I'm spending money on social media. Bump that. Execute. Get in these classes. Learn what you need to learn. Put your money where you need to put it. Live below your means. Okay? Live below your means. Somebody hit me up, was like, Kurt, you tell us live below your means, and we see you with your Wakanda chain on. I'm like, this is stainless steel, bruh. Calm down. All right. Y'all know me. I'm not no crazy jewelry person. I wear beads and whatnot. I like this because you like Wakanda. Right. But I need you to understand, like, everything I do is for my legacy's sake. Like, I don't drive a Maserati and a BMW. I drive a Jeep Wrangler because I know when something hit the fan, I want to be driving past everybody stuck on the freeway. I'm going to be in the dirt, on the side, waving, going 50 miles an hour in the dirt. In the mud, all right? I got the big tires. I got the metal grill. I got all of it. I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse tonight, okay? Like, everything I do is for the sake of the legacy, right? It's just, I see how I want my life to be, and I keep aiming at that vision of what my life looks like in the future, all right? Yeah, I could have went and got the Mercedes and then what? I'm in traffic with everybody else when something go left in the world. I'm on the back roads. I'm out of here. I'm driving through somebody's farmland. I'm out of here. I'm in the dirt. Like, I ain't got the time. I'm not trying to negotiate with nobody on the freeway. Okay? Like, my baby's in the back and we up. Like, that's just where I'm at with it right now. So I always try to make sure that I'm talking to you guys about things that I'm already interested in, that I'm doing. And have you guys noticed I taught you guys way more about real estate now? Even though we're talking about trading, I bring up real estate a lot more. All right, because I'm studying it now. Like, I have mentors for that now. Like, I'm into it. So I'm going to give you the things that I'm seeing on top of the fact what I'm seeing with the charts, and on top of the fact what I'm seeing with the government, and on top of the fact what I'm seeing with the media and the tax codes. Because I'm like, women lie, men lie, but these numbers. So if I see a certain amount of money going here, if I see tax codes lining up like this, if I see the dollar doing certain things at certain areas, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's only so long y'all can hide y'all hand. Y'all got to show me what y'all hand look like in a minute. Because if y'all don't, y'all going to put yourself in a bad situation. And that's the last thing I know you guys do is put yourselves in losing positions. So as a trader and an investor and as a person who's used to seeing price action, and we do this, we mark up charts, we use Fibonacci, and we get used to human nature, we know the zones to pay attention to. Human nature already showed up right where we expected to see it. That box ain't there by mistake. I put this box here and we were still down here. This box been sitting up here and price already hit the area and responded to it. How convenient that I'm seeing human nature show up right where I need to see it. So it's already setting off the alarms in my head saying, okay, dollar selling off a little bit here lets me know this box is important. This area matters. They're not ignoring. This isn't an emotional play for them. This is algorithmic for them. This is coded for them. So now I need to be paying attention to how price responds. I got my trend lines all set up on my other charts. And when I start seeing breaks of zones and things like that, and I'm seeing the Bitcoin market not respond the way I need it to, or it's getting to areas where it just seems very overhyped. And then I get over here and I'm checking to see how everything's going on open interest and what percentage of longs and shorts, and are they ready to trap everybody in a bad position? That's where I get excited at. You see how many things I had to go through before I decided this makes sense for me to take a trade? This makes sense for me to buy a property. This makes sense for me to start talking about this with the squad. Like, this is the stuff I have to do before I just start blabbering about it. Like, I need numbers. I need to be able to show y'all what I'm seeing, so when y'all see it, it ain't just Kurt just be on here. No. He giving us step by step what he looking at, why he's looking at it, why that makes sense. I told y'all go look at the new tax code. Go look at the new tax code. Then go look at housing permits, right? Like, go look at, like, I'm gonna show y'all real quick, because it's a chart for that too. It's a chart for that too. Y'all might not know that. It's a chart for that too. Okay? This ain't it. Where is it at? That's the Russell. I think this was it. It went out. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm on the right one. Rough futures. I think this is it. Rough futures 1, 2023, 2024. Let's go with this one. Oh, it's not going to show. Oh, it shows up as an indicator. That's how they doing it. Yeah, nah. Yeah, they're not going to give me what I'm looking for. Because I look for the home builders permits that pop up. Like, usually you can find the one where it shows the permits, and they show you how many permits are being filed for people that are getting ready to build new homes. And if you start seeing the permits drop, that lets you know right then and there that most folks aren't looking to come in and start building. So for me, it's like keep an eye out on certain stuff. And I'm like, I'm not seeing what I need to see on a lot of this stuff. So I'm like, I get real excited about certain parts of the real estate market, because I realize, like, you can do a lot in there, but a lot of it is just you gotta know. You gotta know. And if you don't know, you're gonna get caught on the wrong side of it. And the rough was the one I was keeping an eye on. They didn't snatch it off of here for me. It's all good. I'll find another one for y'all. This is where can I find info on the tax code? You can just type in new US tax code. Yeah. 2024 tax code. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Yeah, Google, Forge, all that stuff. Like, it's not hard to find. They drop that stuff every year. All right, but yeah, I want to keep you guys so plugged in to the point where you just, let me see here. That's Wall Street. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I want to keep you guys so plugged in that you have all the information you need to make an informed decision. Because for me, it really just boils down to just, do you know what you're looking at, and do you know how to take the information and break it down in a way where it benefits you and your household. All right. That's another crypto. Yeah, Zilliqa. So, like, with this here, the 2-year treasury bonds, you can see a little bit of a pullback here, coming back to test the area again. All right. Broke out, made a higher high. We're back at levels. I just want to see how it all plays out. And it just mimics the dollar. That's all that's happening here. All right. Do I think we're going to see a major sell-off? Not really. Not really. Right? I think right now, let me see here. Let's clone that one. All right. There we go. So yeah, I want to put that there. 131 and 127. I want to keep this here, and I want to see how price reacts to it, because, yeah, we can see price break out and make another move to the upside, but I want to see if it's going to respect all the extension levels that we've talked about already. So we box all our zones up. And let's just see how the market reacts to it. Now, if we start seeing price get to areas and breaking out and making crazy runs to the upside, then yeah, we pretty much got what we were looking for. But honestly, I'm excited about where we're headed. And the thing is, I think now everything's starting to make a lot more sense when it comes to just the movement we've been seeing now. I'm starting to get it where it's not so much that they want to get things back to normal. They want to set the tone for a new normal. And the new normal is we're going to push this thing to the limit and then create a different system to run it through. And I think that's the whole thing with blockchain. Like, let me see if I can pull this up for y'all too. All right. Let me see here if I can find this for you. So, and I think this will also help y'all too, because I'm seeing too much of this stuff consistently, right? So BIS just stands for Bank of International Settlements, right? This is like the bank of banks. This is the central bank of central banks. Like they all report to these guys. So yeah, Crypto Market Insights, Bank of International Settlements work with Asian central banks through Project Mariana and Mandala. And the thing is, they're utilizing blockchain technology. This is on Forbes 7 hours ago. Yeah. This is a whole thing. This is a whole thing. These guys are already testing out networks, all right, running their different financial systems for their CBDC networks across AMMs, automated market makers. Yeah. You guys remember the coins I told you about on the list, right? The coins, let's just go back. Does anybody remember the coin I told you about called Gamma? Yeah, there it is, Charlie. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Do you see how far ahead of the curve we are right now? This is what I'm telling y'all. Like, listen, being a part of I Am right now ain't no game. This ain't no fun thing we just doing right now. Nah, dog. We getting ready for the bag. We lining everybody up for the bag over here. We want to make sure y'all so far ahead of what everybody else is doing. This is 7 hours old. This is 7 hours old. And they talking about AMMs. I was talking to y'all about automated market makers, Unipilot. Yeah. Come on, man. Listen, dude. Type of decentralized DEX, right? They use algorithmic money markets to make it easier for individual traders to buy and sell crypto assets. All right. What are the popular automated market makers? BSBC, ApeSwap, Kyber Network, Crystal. Yeah, maybe. But I'm looking at the ones that are leaning into the big exchanges already, like Uniswap. All right. Pancake Swap. Yep. Okay. Keep it going. Yep. Is Uniswap a DEX or an AMM? Yep. It's a DEX. Yep. It's a DEX. But Uniswap needs AMMs. And that's why. That's why I sent y'all over there to look at Gamma. That's why I sent y'all to look at Unipilot. That's why I wanted y'all to understand what it is, because these not the same. They're not the same thing. They're just not. All right. I don't even know if they even have a category for AMMs yet in here. I don't even know. I was wondering that if they have automated market makers in here yet. AI, analytics, earn, music, BR, Forex. Yeah, I passed it. Automated market makers. $22. Automated market maker. There it is there. There it is there. And you see they got Uniswap up here, and they're not. They're not. All right? Yeah, they got Kyber Network up here. We're gonna take a look at Kyber Network to see what they're doing. But I know Kyber was a competitor to Uniswap. So I'm looking at the ones that are potentially looking to line up. And I think right now, they're still confused about what these are because they're just listing DEXs now. Like, that's where I'm like, not necessarily. Not necessarily. So, yeah, I'm still excited about what we got because most folks don't really understand what this is yet, and they're just listing DEXs. Like, this is why I want to show y'all what this is. Like, they're just showing decentralized exchanges as automated market makers. That's not... I just Googled it, and they just told you Uniswap's not an automated market maker. They're not. Uniswap's using the other platforms I just showed you guys already. Gamma and Unipilot. Right? Like this is the stuff, like, when I tell y'all we so far ahead of the curve, like, the coders can't even put this stuff together yet. Like, 1inch is probably the closest, but they're more of an aggregator than anything. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, dog. Like, I'm just letting y'all know now. I like Unipilot a little bit more than Gamma because of their capability to scale. But Gamma's first, and we know how first works in crypto. Like, when you're the first one, everybody leans towards the first one more than anything. All right, and you can see here, Gamma's, 1,000 on the list. And it's just chilling, minding his business. Ain't nobody really talking about it. Just hanging out here, right? Launched literally at the top. All right, and here we are hanging out, bouncing around, doing this thing. I'm telling y'all now, just be patient. Just be patient. Like, these are the projects where nobody talks about it, but they know what it is. They know what it is, and it's not going to be talked about for a while until we start seeing tons of value start to come into the place. And now here's the deal. Look at the market cap. Okay? Look at the TVL. Look at the fully diluted. Right? And then look at the actual max supply. Tokenomics check out. The tokenomics check out. I don't got to say a whole lot. Now this one's after Gamma because it's like, yeah, it can scale a little bit better. But I'm looking at market cap, very low. Fully diluted, not bad. So there's more money in it because it's a market maker, so it has to make sure it's connecting people. But same time, tokenomics, not bad. The circulating supply isn't fully flushed out yet either. So this price could definitely go lower once we start seeing more get loaded into the supply. They're more likely probably going to add more and upgrade this because it's only so much it can do at this small amount. The other one has 100 million in it, so I like that for DeFi. But yeah, Unipilot right now, I like it from the scalability side of it. Like, you can see a lot of gains from this one. But I still feel as if Gamma right now has the leg up because it's first. And it's not bad. It's not a bad protocol at all. But yeah, these are the things I want you guys to just be paying attention to because, yeah, their whole job is to do what they do. And now you saw what this did, right? Like, spiking up to almost $80. And we see where it is right now. So that's why the smaller supply gives it that kind of opportunity to spike like that. But I don't get super excited about this stuff because I just know it takes time. It just takes time for these things to flesh out. And that's why they're on the low cap list, because I know these could absolutely fall flat on their face and do nothing. And then other ones could just take off and boom and go crazy. And you see the supported networks. You guys are working with some of everybody. So they're doing their thing, right? Obviously Uniswap, right? QuickSwap. All right. So it's doing the thing. It has all the things we need to see in front of it. We got more things coming where it wants to expand to more DEXs, launch on additional chains, new and improved, DApp interface, right? Marketing schemes, right? Brand partnership, or build partnerships. So it's got all the stuff that we want to see these networks doing. I just got to be patient with it. We got to be patient with it and make sure that we're, checking off all the things we need to see with this. So it's doing the job and not building hype. Because that's the biggest problem is when you see things that are just hype, and it doesn't have anything else going for it, that's where the problem falls into play. But I'm showing you guys ahead of time now, this is what these big bankers and Bank of International Settlement is doing. They're testing these networks now because they're going to launch all of this stuff really soon, and they're testing out DeFi. They know they can't keep up with crypto. They have to build. All right. And they're building most of this stuff on Ethereum's network, by the way. All right. Everybody was asking, like, what network are they building on? Like, what exactly are they working through? It's ETH. It's ETH blockchain, right? All right. In collab with in collab with traditional foundational institutions, fintech providers to provide market liquidity and access to clients. UBS Assets Management has introduced a tokenized investment fund on the Ethereum public blockchain to fund the known variable capital, capital venture. So yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Like they're working through ETH's network to test all this stuff out. I keep telling y'all, once that Bitcoin ETF is launched. Oh, and there's also a rumor that BlackRock, yeah, we know who BlackRock is. They're looking to file an ETF for a you-know-what project, right? What other project do you think they're going to file their ETF for? They already got an ETF filed for Bitcoin. They're filing one for ETH next. What do you think the price of ETH will do after an ETF is like, come on, man, stop playing with me, dude. Ain't nobody talking about this stuff. Ain't nobody looking around to see what the big money about to do. Like, come on, family. Come on, family. When all that money is flowing through Ethereum, they're going to need more protocols working on the DEXs. So Uniswap's going to go into overdrive because they're going to be utilizing all the networks that come with ETH, Polygon, Uniswap, Chainlink, Maker, all of that intermingling. Those AMMs, automated market makers, are going to be gold for all that money to flow through for those derivatives. Are you picking up what I'm setting down now? You see what I'm saying? Is it starting to like turn your wheels a little bit? Like, oh snap! This ain't just one project booming. This is them coming in and getting the whole market under their thumb. Yeah. You know what? Let me see if I can give y'all one more nugget before we get up out of here. All right. Let's see. This the one I probably went underneath y'all radar, and y'all didn't pay attention to this one. I'm gonna bring it over here real quick before we close out. Swift, the system that all the banks use, and Chainlink tokenization experiment successfully transfers value across multiple. All right, we're gonna wrap up for today. Y'all, appreciate y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. I hope you understand what's going on behind closed doors because they're not talking. They not talking. They just moving. Right? Yeah. Sergey Nazarov is working with multiple central banks. That stinky link working. Yup. Running silent, running deep. They are. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, family. And I'm not trying to like I said, put the fire underneath y'all. But I'm like, if you think these billionaires are sitting around just like we don't know what to do, no, they're coming in and they're gonna build out their new system in our world, and they're gonna swoop it right from underneath us if we let them. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. You can play games with it if you want to and act like you got forever to get involved. And I'm going to wait for Bitcoin to come back to 1 cent. You're going to be waiting too. Because it ain't. They're going to come in and swoop this thing up dirt cheap. And when it leaves this time, we might not get another opportunity. Fam. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys. We're going to wrap up here. I'll see you guys later on this evening for Mindset. We might go a little bit more into harmonics because I went hard on the paint with y'all with Mindset last time. So we'll wrap up here. But I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. And as usual, and as always, stay patient, stay disciplined, and the gains will come. I'm out. And, oh yeah, Good night, everybody. Stay blessed, family. I'll see you guys a little later on this evening. I tried to show y'all, man. I want to package everything up. Y'all see I was jumping around a lot, but I got so much sauce right now that I'm trying to package up into this area where I can give it to you guys. And when you rewatch everything, it just comes through a lot more clean. So I'm jumping around. I'm showing y'all stuff. I'm going to tie it all together for y'all and put a nice big bow around it. But for the most part, you guys have been here, so y'all understand my method to my madness. And yes, go Lions. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Let's keep running this up. Let's keep, staying on task, stay focused. Let's get everybody where we need them to be. And yeah, it's getting closer and closer, family. But listen, take this time to do the research. Take this time to gain the knowledge and get the skills you need. Listen, I don't care if some of y'all went off to go learn electrician work. I don't care. Learn the skills you need to make it through the next wave. Because all it takes is you getting it done one time, and now you good. You're good after that. But just don't play around with it. All right, family? I love you guys. Stay blessed. I'll be back on with you guys later this evening. Let's get this bag. Let's go.